Fighting out of the blue corner, he weighed in at 184.8 pounds and stands 5 feet 11 inches tall. Tonight he is making his professional debut, fighting out of Modern Martial Arts Center in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, Hunter the Hulk Lee.
Why do they call him that, I wonder?
And his opponent,
that's weird.
Fighting out of the red corner, he weighed in at 181.8 pounds and stands 5 feet 11 inches tall. Tonight he is also making his professional debut, fighting out at Champions Creed MMA right here in Calgary, Alberta. Please welcome Kristopher the Chinraka Bryan.
Two different approaches.
Yeah, Bryan looks amped up.
We will see dynamic striking. Immediately looking for the takedown.
And instantly gets it as Hunter Lee, man.
Looking for some big, heavy blows. Bryan making his way back to his feet, so a small victory. Win the little battles, but Hunter Lee just manhandling the smaller adversary.
Yeah, look at that. He had the wrist control in such a way where he was almost looked like he was looking for a chicken wing. Not the case, but very dominant first 40 seconds, but this is just the start of the fight.
And if you are Kristopher Bryan, based on the body type of your opponent, just try to make him work.
Yeah, that's for sure going to be interesting if this fight goes into round 3. How is all that muscle going to do later in the fight when it's sucking up all that oxygen, right?
And you know that Bryan has been in these positions before in the training room.
Just smothering here by Lee. He's got that left hook in. Not always, there's some that do, but a lot of times wrestlers really, really hesitate to put both hooks in on the back. They don't tend to do it. So if he's kind of one of those hard and fast wrestling roots guys, there's some people who did it. Like for instance, Cormier would have no problem. He'd slap that second hook in and get the rear naked choke. But a lot of wrestlers don't like. There you go. Back of the head, and then as he complained about the back of the head, Lee grabbed the rear naked choke, and the referee decided that that was an advantage gained from an illegal strike, so he's going to stand him up.
The right call?
It is the right call. He's also telling Bryan that he needs to defend himself at all times. Listen, yes, that might have been illegal, but you still have to defend yourself.
Look at the legs on that Hunter Lee. Just ridiculous. Excellent. Excellent stuff by Bryan.
Cheeky. And powerful overhand just to close the distance. That's what these wrestlers should do. Before you can develop like a whole striking game, that overhand right, in order to close the distance and get a hold of the guy, it's just the perfect tool.
And Lee really abusive in these positions. Bryan cannot stay here. Utilizing the closed guard, using wrist control.
Regained his guard, yeah. So a little less of a dangerous position for him.
Looking for a nice stop.
Yeah, he looked for the leg lock. Nice transition. Almost was able to use it to get back to his feet. Not the case, as Lee manages to bully him back down to the ground. But great defense and great scrambles created by Kristopher Bryan.
And I'm sure he understood that he was going to be in a very physical contest.
You know, it's not a secret. Yeah. So he knew what he was up against, and I'm sure he planned, look, round 1 might look like I'm getting wrestled, I'm getting smothered, I'm getting a little bit beat up from these short, you know, grindy techniques. but I'm going to weather that storm and wait till round 2 and 3, and you'll see.
Looking to get to the mount. Lee.
Couple big elbows there.
Explosive move by Bryan. Lee just one step ahead. Bryan cannot stay here. As if Lee starts unloading with serious horsepower.
Yeah, Lee's just punching with his arm here, so he's okay to just kind of cover up for the moment. Were Lee to attempt to start putting tons of power into these, he would have to try and scramble up. Those good knees to the glute.
Round coming to an end, and Lee dragging it to the canvas once again.
So a dominant round 1 for Hunter Lee.
Bryan is a man that will take risks. Will he jump through the air to try to land a knee? A big swiping left hand by Bryan, and there's the knee.
There's the knee, and it's a good idea. That kind of thing is just going to make Lee maybe hesitate a little bit before he closes the distance, but that's kind of what you want to be careful of, is that big right hand that closes the distance for him, because if you don't hit him clean, now you're on your back again.
Lee attacking the open body of Bryan, an excellent strategy. Bryan shrimping to try to get to a better spot, trying to create openings as Hunter Lee is trying to advance his position.
Yeah, and Bryan's doing a good job of not letting Lee get to an extremely dominant position. He manages to get half guard back or re-guard and stuff and hold on, but Lee is still landing some pretty good shots from in close and really wearing on him.
And you're hearing the corner of Bryan say knee shield.
Yeah, they want him to get his left knee in, and then I assume maybe the left underhook as well, or just get the left knee in and try and kick off. Approaches might vary, but...
Because as you've seen, as soon as he creates some space, he's fast enough to get up.
Yeah, he's good once there's a bit of space. He does manage to get up or almost get up and force Lee to use more energy. But right now, it's Lee hunkering down in the open half guard, content to just land short elbows and smother him a bit.
The Lee show. The full mount enjoyed by Lee, or no half guard.
Back to half guard, yeah. He didn't quite get the full pass, and Bryan's good at not letting him get to those positions that might be catastrophic. But that's what it is survival, because here it's Lee's had him here for the entirety of the fight nearly.
And there to his knees, but gives up his back.
And again, while that is often thought of as wrong, or at the very least unconventional, when you're fighting a true wrestler, giving your back is not the worst idea. Often you can stand up because they don't want to put the hooks in like a jiu-jitsu guy will. You might get taken back down, but you might be able to get up and turn in. But here now Lee has one hook, which is, this is a beat up position. Can have that one hook, keep him from being able to get away, and just control him with the one hand and use the other hand to hit him.
Well, Hunter Lee back on those hips.
Yeah, he got the hook out.
Just a wrestling-centric attack.
Yeah, Lee just using that leg ride to make Bryan's life fairly miserable here. But again, he gets rid of the leg ride, but Lee's still on top of him.
Exactly. Hunter Lee with that hook in.
Just the one.
Just the one.
Keep him here, beat him up. That's the plan. Nothing wrong with that plan either. He's looking for the rear naked choke with the single hook in. I bet he's stronger. He's got a cross face. Oh boy.
Painful stuff.
Painful stuff, but yeah, okay, good for Kristopher Bryan for getting out of that. That cross face with the single hook in with the leg ride can work. You know, it ends up just, it'll break your neck, your back. Yeah, to crank, you're gonna have to tap at a certain point. 20 seconds left in the round.
Just a dominant performance by Hunter Lee. But Kristopher Bryan not giving up.
No.
Trying his best to find a way out, but having a difficult time doing so.
He obviously needs a finish and he knows it, so we'll see what he does.
Kristopher Bryan in the black shorts. Hunter Lee in the leopard print, hunting his opponent.
And here we are again.
Surprise, surprise.
But Kristopher Bryan whipping that high kick into the air. Didn't find Hunter Lee, but that was the right thought.
Yeah.
You need a fight ender now. You need a showstopper.
Hunter Lee has his opponent on his back, in his corner, getting advice from Adam and Kurt. And Bryan trying to take advantage of those moments.
Crowd around us growing a little bit restless of the approach of Hunter Lee, but this is dominant. This is MMA. If you can do this to somebody and they can't stop you, do it. You're winning. And he puts both hooks in now. One's out, but that's out because Bryan escaped. But Lee did look to put both hooks in and perhaps sink the rear naked choke. Perhaps now that he feels Bryan is sufficiently worn down.
Hunter Lee just continuing to dominate with positional control. These chipping shots, they're scoring.
They're scoring, and this position's fairly dominant. Almost a switch by Bryan, but the high crotch. Bryan back to his feet.
It's just a physical difference.
Yeah, he's trying to break the grip of Lee, but Lee drags him back down. He's having trouble, and I mean, Lee is really good at this.
Yes.
You know, he's a fantastic wrestler, clearly, and also he's enormous for the weight class, very strong.
Bryan just trying to think about his options, trying to create something. But it's difficult when you have a 10,000-pound anvil on top of you.
Yeah, this is not an easy position or situation to be in. See, roll for a leg attack. Didn't work, but at least. Yeah, oh, the flying knee. Connect. I can't tell from my angle if that hit him in the chin or the body, but see, that's what That's what he has to try
Yes.
and do. Yes, now he's back down, but he's got the right idea. He needs to knock him out. He needs to attempt the leg lock, something that sometimes might be suicidal in MMA. Go for it, but it allowed him to stand up. You just got to go for it now because he's stuck. You gotta flip some coins.
Just over 1 minute remaining in the contest. And what a contest it has been. Hunter Lee still heavy on top, back on those hips. And as soon as he feels Bryan move, he
That might be
advances.
Nope. Bryan free of the choke, but still stuck on the ground. Lee continuing to dominate, punching the thigh.
Would you want to see more from Lee? Or no, you're satisfied with what you're saying? This is how you win a fight?
Well, I mean, it's definitely how you win a fight. He's right about to win. He's been dominant the entire time. Everyone loves the finish, but look, Lee has been in control since the starting bell.
Bryan trying for a takedown at the end. It just didn't go his way.
Another thing to remember, this is still Hunter Lee's pro debut.
Yeah.
You know, you can't,
ridiculous.
A dominant victory like that, you know, you can't say like, oh man, the guy really should be finishing. Like,
Sure.
he dominated, he did an awesome job.
Hunter Lee with a smile on his face. Somebody get that guy a sandwich.
He's going catabolic, man. Someone feed him.
I do not think the judges need much time tabulating the scores.
Probably not. Should be pretty cut and dry.
I will tell you this, I will watch both of these guys fight again.
Oh, absolutely. I think you match up Kristopher Bryan with one of the fellas that just fought in the last fight. Sebastian Lopez or John Moore, either one.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a decision. Judge Thomas Collins scores at 30-27. Judge Ziad Harb scores at 30-26. And Judge Chris Desalte scores at 30-27. All for the winner by unanimous decision, Hunter the Hulk Lee.